And here we are, home sweet home. Looking very nice, a little bit higher walls. And we're coming in for a land. Bam! We've made it! Now, time to make up the bamboo farm. Now I just gotta think about where we are going to put it and what we're gonna do. We also got a piece of crying obsidian, which is very nice. Now we can make our first respawn anchor because we have that. And let's just through some of this stuff real quick. Put that there. Smithing table will go. I'm gonna put that right here for now. We'll get some rooms set up for different things like enchanting and a sorting system, which is going to be desperately needed here soon. Alright, so glowstone out. And bam, we got a respawn anchor. And now, let's see, we can put that there. And let's see, just sort through some of this stuff real quick. Alright. We don't need glowstone. Put that back in there. Alright, perfect. So I think where I would like to put the bamboo farm is actually up a little bit higher, but for now I think we might just make it down here on the ground floor, so that way we can just, if we need to, tear it down and move it up to one of the higher floors. I really think eventually I'm going to be moving the nether portal right into the center of the build and make it pretty tall, so that way, and probably make that doorway a little bit taller just to make it add to the grandiose scale of a giant treehouse, right? Like, I mean, everything should be just ginormous. So once we get this bamboo farm up and running, I will check back in with you guys. Alright, so I've finished building the amazing bamboo farm. It's right here, as you can see. There's already a whole bunch of bamboo piling up, but we have almost an entire double chest full. I'm going to need to add a whole bunch more storage onto this, but so far it is pretty amazing. Thank you very much to Navy Nexus. This is his design. Please check out his site, and this is going to give us plenty of scaffolding. It's pretty easy to put together. It just uses a simple zero-tick method of pushing sand blocks, and the falling block right here, as you can see, the sand is trying to fall down, and that it's causing a growth update, which is pretty cool. Again, this is going to give us a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. So it looks nice and tidy. I'll have to get some more stone bricks, but yeah, it is just providing a whole bunch of bamboo, and that's going to give us a whole bunch of scaffolding. So next up is clearing out the area that is surrounding our 2 spider spawners and then getting that farm set up. So I will see you guys shortly after we get that area cleared out. Alright, quick progress update, and we have cleared out quite a lot of area over here for our spider spawners. As you can see, we got one room right here pretty much fully cleared out, and I have the foundation laid out. And then over here we have the one room fully cleared out and done in diorite blocks in a diamond pattern, because that's how the spawners spawn in a diamond shape. So we'll never get any spawns over here. So they will get pushed out into here. These ones will get pushed out, and then we still have to clear out the area for where our water streams are going to be pushing them into the kill chamber. I don't have any tridents just yet, so this is just going to be a straight up manual kill chamber with my looting 3 sword, and we'll just kind of pop them in the face and collect all that string so we can craft up some scaffolding, so that way we can burn it all in our super smelter that we will be building hopefully in this episode. So I will check back in with you guys after we've made a little bit more progress. Yeah. Alright, so you might be able to hear in the background a lot of spiders and a lot of bubble column noises. And we have completed doing all of the rooms, the water streams. Oh, looks like I missed. There we go. Yeah, so we got one spawner here and one spawner over there. And then that leads us up over here to our AFK spot where there are many spiders and it looks like they're just falling and dying on each other. So we will just kind of chop through some of these guys and see how much we get. I think I've been AFK for probably like just a couple of minutes, maybe like 10 minutes. And we'll see how much good stuff we can get. So spiders can actually climb through this one whole spot, but we can close that up so that way they can't actually get out. And oh, look at all of the string that we got so far. And again, that was just through like 10 minutes. And I may actually end up having to move this up a little bit because they seem to be falling and dying on the platform here when there get to be too many of them like crammed in this area here. But yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. We can now craft up a whole bunch of the good string and the awesome other stuff. The mind blank. It's still pretty early in the morning here. Get the scaffolding block, so that way we can make our super smelter. So this has been a complete success. Eventually, when I get some tridents that are quite hard to come by now due to the drowned, converted drowned. So when you convert a zombie into a drowned, they no longer drop tridents, which kind of sucks a little bit. Makes tridents a little bit more rare, which I guess is nice. But hopefully we can go farming some drowned out in the ocean and get ourselves some tridents. So yeah, so next up on the list of things to do is get the super smelter up and running. So once we get that built and set up, we can make some smooth stone and start building up our creeper farm. Yes, this is a long laundry list just to get rockets, but this will hopefully set us up for the rest of the season. So yeah, I will check you guys in the next clip once we get some progress built on the super smelter. And probably I'll AFK here for a little bit just to get some more string so that way we can have a good backlog of string and scaffolding. Alright, well yet again another one more noisy farm to add into the collection. We have both our super smelter array and our bamboo farm up and running. We have our super smelter cranking out through a whole bunch of stone to turn it into smooth stone, so that way we can use some nice looking blocks to build our different farms with and to decorate down here, because I don't mind the andesite, but it's really hard to come by in mass quantities. I pretty much used all of it doing the floor down here, so I'll probably end up using some smooth stone or some other stone bricks to decorate the rest of down here. And yeah, I think that is gonna do it for this section. Next up we have our creeper farm, if we can get to it today. Alright, we've been running the farms pretty much non-stop since the last clip, and we have gotten ourselves quite a lot of materials, few changes here and there because we've had to clear out some space. Had some issues with this little water area over here, but we have quite a lot of, like I said, progress made. We have 1, 2, and a whole bunch more upstairs, 2 more shulker boxes worth of smooth stone. Right here we have some scaffolding in all 4 of these chests, and actually in each of these it looks like some andesite made its way in there. Not good. Oh, no wonder why these weren't actually working. Well, I'm gonna have to clear that out afterwards, but yeah, this has been running more or less nonstop on all of the scaffolding we have. We have a little bit more over here and more storage for bamboo over here, and we can even add additional storage in here with these 2 hoppers and just add some more chests. But on top of that, we've actually been working on another project that is behind me that's going to help us to finish up the creeper farm and actually to help work on the base. So yes, it is a tree farm. It is not your standard tree farm. I know in Java Edition they can make some pretty awesome tree farms using TNT. Unfortunately, we don't have that option here in Bedrock, do we? No, we do not. So in this tree farm here, I made a adaptation off of a Java player, because another thing that you can do in Java Edition is actually stack these spruce trees together to make one giant block. Unfortunately, again, another thing we can't do on Bedrock Edition, unfortunately. But I've still been able to get quite a lot of material out of this farm. As you can see, I've gotten almost an entire shulker box worth of logs, and that was only out of using the farm for like 20 minutes, and I really wasn't being super efficient at it. Hello, slime. So one problem with having my base down here is all of the slimes. I'm gonna have to see if I can find out which one of these chunks is a slime chunk, so I can, as much as I love me some good old tasty slime, I don't want to have to fight them every time I want to AFK down here. But back to the tree farm. So yeah, so more or less, once you place all of your platforms out, I have a grid 3x3. So there's 9 total spaces, and all we have to do is go up our nifty little bubble column here. And once we make our way to the top, we can go walk across the quote-unquote gangplank here and find out which tree, which there isn't one there or there. So we will just drop down here and just start cutting our way down. You always want to make sure you cut the top blocks off the tree here, so that way the next one will grow, and you just kind of go like this. And again, this is 100% manual, but as you are going down and cutting through here, once you've made some progress on some of the other trees, honestly, they will just grow back up. You just have to make maybe a small initial investment in some bone meal, but after that, all you do is make sure you have some saplings on you. You plant it, break your way out in this case, and then hop on down, and you just go back up and pop onto the next tree. And then while you're doing that, this one here will eventually grow up, and then you move on to the next one, and you just kind of repeat that cycle going over and over again. I do need to make some modifications to the farm here. I'm going to put some more trapdoors up here to stop the stuff from just kind of flowing over, and then we also have that slight little gap there where the some items tend to fall right into, and they don't actually get caught by the water stream. So yeah, just a few minor modifications to make this thing a little bit more efficient in the collection aspect, but for the most part, I mean, you will be up and down this whole area, so really not missing out on too many of the things. I mean, the only thing that's really going to drop are sticks and more saplings, which again, after a while, you get quite a few. So next up, I'm going to try just some regular oak and some dark oak, just to capitalize on the amount of wood options that we have available. So that is all I have for this episode, and I thank you very much for watching and all the comments and subscriptions that we've had over the past couple of weeks. I know I'm just starting out, but I really do appreciate all of the views, likes, and comments. So once again, just thank you very much, and make sure you turn on, tune in, and geek out. Join the movement.